Okay, first update. Diary of a Fat Bastard. I'm still fat. It's been about 1 week, and so I'm gonna try to keep the continual updates coming. Last week wasn't good. Just put it out there. It didn't get off to a great start. I was sick. I am sick. I had a cold. I've still got a little bit of it. I'm unshaven. Yeah. When you're sick, you don't want to do anything. You just want to eat junk food. I don't think I gained weight. I think I maintained it. At clothes, everything's feeling about the same. So, to me, that's a success with a cold, because I wasn't very diligent in sticking to the diet last week. I still managed to get quite a bit of cabbage soup in me, and I made it through and feeling pretty good. So gonna try to look at the camera, keep this video in focus, improve some things, and I'm gonna go through some of the things I've been doing, how I eat, the reason I eat it, you know, to help you maintain yourself on the diet or on diet. You don't want to be hungry, you don't want to have the munchies. You know, it's just, it's hard to find the words, but you want to make it go easy. And the first thing I think is retraining your body, or changing how you eat, reprogramming how you eat, or rebooting how you eat, however you want to call it. Not to get too you know, political or conspiracy theory or business into it, but the 1% or the rich people have, you know, have an interest in keeping themselves rich, and through whatever means they lobby the government, through business practices. They make sugar and fat, two things we're addicted to from birth, cheap and accessible for us, at least where I live in my culture. And whether that's good or bad, I mean, that could be a good thing, right? The rich people get rich, it apparently trickles down to us, and all is well. Or maybe that's a bad thing. There's an interest to keep us fat and dumb. But regardless of whether it's good or bad, or if you think it's right or wrong, or if you think I'm right or wrong, fat and sugar are out there, cheap, accessible, and I am addicted to it, and I'm not the only one addicted to it. So I have some stuff here, I keep looking at it, but so whether it's right or wrong, it's out there. Deal with it, right? So I need to reprogram myself, and it takes a while. Like, it probably took me a year to get off a lot of sugar and fat, and I still don't have results, but it's just reprogramming my body into a healthier way and just knowing what's in there. Number one thing for me and a lot of people is don't drink your calories. We have kids, we have a social life, it's going to happen. So, you know, one of my children, they love this product here, and it's got calories in it. It's not necessarily bad for them, and it's just a kind of a healthy snack, but it's just empty calories. Booze is another thing. You know, you're just drinking what you could be eating. It's just empty, mindless calories you're chugging down. Big thing for me is to get onto this off-branded club soda sparkling water. A lot of people think this tastes disgusting. It's probably because it has no sugar in it. I drink a lot of it. 0 calories, no sugar, no artificial. Put a little wedge of lime in it, or just water. Drink a lot of water. You don't have to drink the million cups a day thing like people say. Just drink when you're thirsty. But instead of drinking pop, sugary things, juice, which is pop, just without fizz, it's water, and sparkling water will really help me get off the pop. I had a real addiction to diet sodas, like hardcore addiction. I still probably jones for it a little bit when I see it, but it's been about 2 years I haven't had diet soda, and I mean, I feel so much better. And again, if it's good or bad, I didn't feel good on it. Like, I don't know if they're unhealthy. They probably are unhealthy, but get on the club soda. Get on the sparkling water. It's the same price as pop, but you feel like you're drinking something a little special. If not, just drink water, and of course, drink tap water. It's common knowledge that tap water is safer than bottled water, but you know, it probably tastes a little. Where we live, our tap water tastes a little chloriney, so that's a thing. Next, with drinking your calories, coffee. Ooh, addicted to coffee. A lot of people say get off coffee. If you're trying to diet, I mean, one thing at a time. But when you drink your coffee, you need to woman up. You drink it with no sugar and no cream. Like, if you don't like the taste of black coffee, then you don't like coffee. Like, just do, you know, it sounds terrible, but just do it. I mean, you can start cutting the sugar out of coffee and just have cream, and then you can bring that to milk, and then to skim milk, and then just reduce it till you have coffee. You'll get the kick. A large cup of coffee has like 5 calories. Where I live in Canada, there's a popular American-owned restaurant that serves coffee, and when people order it, the main thing they order is 2 creams, 2 sugar, and I think they call it 2-2 or something like that. But at least 300 to 400 calories in that coffee, depending on the size. Like, it's not 2 creams and 2 teaspoons of sugar. It is like a 1/4 cup of heavy coffee cream, like 14%, and like 8 to 10 teaspoons of sugar, because the larger the coffee, the more sugar and cream they're putting it in. And that is, if you're having one of those a day, I mean, that's added up. One a day, 300 to 400 calories. Like, drink it black or don't drink it at all. Again, where I live, fruit and vegetables are expensive. I don't know where you are, but it's a lot of money. Junk food is a lot cheaper than fruit or vegetables. I bought 2 apples, like just 2 apples for a snack from a grocery store. It cost me $1.67 where I live in Canada. Now a chocolate bar is about $1, maybe $1.25. Like, I don't get the economy. I don't want to get into the rant, but this came out of the ground for free. I mean, a farmer had to buy the land and spray the pesticides and keep the bugs off of it, and, you know, keep it from frost, and they had to pay temporary foreign workers to pick the apples. But it's largely made for free, just time and rain. Whereas a chocolate bar had to come from halfway across the world. They had to build a factory, make the chocolate bar, package it, market it, bring it to us, you know, all the middlemen, and it's cheaper. But what's more expensive is dieting. Going on a shake-based diet, going on a diet where you buy their food and you go in every week. It's thousands of dollars. So $1.67 versus taking a lot of shakes. You know, you gotta bite the bullet. Fruits and vegetables. Vegetables more than fruit. You know, I like the snap peas. You just eat the whole thing. They're like $10 for a bag about this size, and a bag of chips is $3 or $4. Like it kills me. But if you're watching a movie and you need a snack, carrot sticks, celery sticks. I mean, you know, the vegetables are the favorite thing to eat, but if you need to be putting something in your mouth, I mean, it's a better choice. A couple of quick things. Can of tuna, 200 calories in water. Just great quick snack. A little hot sauce on there while you're watching something. Great thing to eat. Canned pasta. This is Mass Effect brand canned pasta. It's pasta. It's refined flour, and there's a little bit of sugar in here. But this whole can is 300 calories. And if you're in a hurry, and this doesn't taste good, my kids like it, but this doesn't taste good. But it may be a flavor from your childhood. That's not so bad. But if you need a quick meal, cheap, 2 minutes, nuke it, 300 calories versus going to fast food joint, 1,000 calories later, right? And $10. I mentioned this before, crushed tomatoes. This whole can is 120 calories versus the same amount of this off-branded tomato sauce is 240 calories. They're both tomatoes. The only difference is this has sugar in it. Sugar does not make this taste better. It makes it more addictive, but it doesn't make it taste better. This is just crushed tomatoes. This is pure vegetables. This is a tomato that has been shoved in the can. And it's pure vegetables. And if you're making pasta sauce, this is so much more delicious. This will pass the Pepsi challenge every time, side to side. This tastes like fresh tomatoes. This kind of tastes like something, but it's okay. But this is like better. So put a little salt, a little pepper, little peppers, a little oregano, thyme. You know, doctor it up, whatever you want. So good and good for you. That's about all I have to add. I'm going to add a variety to the cabbage soup diet. I kept some aside. I'm going to show you how to make it differently so maybe you don't get sick of it. But watch the videos upcoming. I wanted to show a variation of this. Didn't take up a lot of thinking, but this is more of a cabbage soup stew. Same ingredients, same everything. You maybe saw me put it in half of the recipe in this pot. I include the dry stock, bouillon or whatever, just, you know, to give it a little beefy flavor. Hot sauce, whoop, works better when it's open. Same thing, but it's like a dry stew, casserole, goulash thing. And this may be easier for a lot of people to eat. And it's got the same kind of, it's exactly the same, it just doesn't have the water. Some people may, if you're at work, you may be difficult to eat soup and not get it all over you. But maybe it's just saying something about me. But, yeah, so it's more of a stew. And then, you know, then you just drink the cup or two of water after, and you got the same kind of health, nutrition thing benefit. If I can sign off, I'm going to try to keep the weekly updates coming. You know, I think it's helping me. hopefully it's helping you. It'll keep me on track. I'll know it's coming. Every time I'm eating something, I'm going to be thinking about making the video, facing you, facing the music. Whether it gets views or not is not such a big thing. It's a diary of my life. And it is embarrassing, embarrassing to make these videos. Some people I guess, are subscribed to me, and they like called or commented right away as soon as I posted this. And I didn't know people I knew personally out there watched my stuff. So, and it's odd, it seemed odd to me at the time that the diet video, they commented right away, like called up and said, oh, I like your videos. And I mean, it's all positive, but that's that for now. So I'll sign off. I'll keep the videos coming. I'm really not looking at the camera much, but it'll come. It gives me practice, and we'll go with that. You know, sum up: sugar, fat. I didn't mention carbs. Carbs are unpopular now, but well, that might come or go. It's really white refined flour. That gets to, you know, our bodies take the white flour and it turns it to sugar. So it's the same thing, right? And again, it's cheap and plentiful and delicious. But it's just knowing that, reducing it, getting the vegetables into your mouth by the easiest means possible. But again, the canned pasta has crushed tomatoes in it. So it's you're getting a serving of tomatoes as well. But I don't eat it. But a lot of you out there may like it. And it's just a quick, cheap meal that's not as bad for you as you think. Alright, thanks for watching.